And I'm back. Welcome to part 2 of the drive to work on April 11th, 2023. It's a Tuesday. In part 1, I told a long rambling story about my dishwashers and how terrible modern appliances are. I will try not to rehash that. It was actually at the end. It started with duck stuff in the beginning and just went from there. That I have a slight headache. It's behind my right eye. I was talking about the analytics on the ancillary page of this one, the expounding upon the toad also. It gets absolutely zero views in the past month. I didn't look back any further than that. I just happened to be on it because I had to post yesterday's videos. The drive home videos go on the second channel, but literally 0 videos. I haven't looked at the analytics. I glanced at them the other day. That one video. It's something to do with ducks. I can't remember exactly what it is. That one, that's so weird. Like it got caught up in some kind of algorithm because it went from, like 20 minutes after I aired it, it went from 0 views to nearly 2,000 views, and it just stopped there. So it must have gotten pushed out with some shorts or something like that. I can't remember what the content was. I'll have to look at it again. Oh no, it wasn't the ducks. I think it was the egg one on the solstice. Like I did that thing with the where you can stand, like, only this time of year you can stand an egg up on it. Like all you do is you put a little bit of salt down and you can stand an egg up on it. Like the salt acts like a kickstand. It's in the video it was very obvious what I was doing, but it was weird. Like I said, it blew up and got like almost 2,000 views over the course of a half an hour. Unlike these videos, which are, I've been told by my friends, are extremely boring, and I tend to agree. My one subscriber, I think I have 4 now, but my main subscriber, the guy who asked me to start this channel, he has stated multiple times that I should cut these down, and of course, out of spite, what I did, instead of making an hour and a half video, I've broken them into 3 22-minute videos, sometimes 4 on the way into work, on the way home. I know I didn't address it yesterday at all, but I think there's been a couple of weeks gap where I wasn't posting any videos at all. I can't really tell you why. Not that I'm not willing to share that information. I just don't know the answer. I don't know the real answer. You'd think I would. Like, if anybody knew, it would be me. I just wasn't doing it. Like, I'm tired all the time. Like, obviously, I looked at how many videos I've posted. It's ridiculous. So, one, there's like nothing to talk about, so I don't make the videos because I really don't want to sit here in silence for 22 minutes and film it. It just feels awkward. But like, I'm still dealing with the bizarre gout flare-up. I'm still dealing with it. I mean, this is a couple months later, and my foot is still, like I've explained, it's not as sensitive as it was when I was in the full gout flare-up, but it still hurts. Like I can't run. I can't even walk at a good clip. My walking is suffering. And that one knuckle is still like just weirdly triangle shaped and jutting out the side of my foot. It really shouldn't matter while I'm sitting here, but anyway, it's part of the reason I wasn't posting videos. I just like a lot lot of stuff going on while I'm sitting here. Nothing going on. I'm just driving to work. But yeah, I don't really have a good excuse as to why I skipped a couple of weeks of videos, other than nothing to say, no content. I really didn't feel comfortable. Son of a diddly. I should pull over and rearrange the stuff in the back seat. It's just gonna keep falling over. It's gonna keep making me mad. About books yesterday. I misstated the title of the book that's on my nightstand. I was calling it I think I called it the Necronomicon, and I explained it's not what you think it is. It's a different book about ciphers and stuff like that. It's actually called Cryptonomicon. A really thick book. I read it a while ago, and I want to read it again. But I explained my problem is like when I lay down at night to go to bed, like I fall asleep almost immediately. I can't read while I'm in bed, and I just don't have time. Like it sucks. Like if you really want to do it, you make time to do it. Blah blah blah. Shut your face. I really do spend about 4 hours a day on the road, and then you work for 9 hours plus. So come home, do chores, make dinner, blah blah blah. Just there's no time. No time. Not to mention, like besides having the daily grind, I also, the real estate business, which requires some attention. And then there's like all the crazy pets we have. My wife handles the bulk of that. We now have seven ducks, a sun conure, an African gray, 4 cats, 4 frogs. I think that's everything. We used to have a blue-fronted Amazon, but she died a few years ago. Some bizarre malady. We did a necropsy. We didn't do it. We had the vet do it, and she died of some kind of bizarre organ failure. I was doing, I forgot about that. I was doing riddles. I was doing morning riddles, and I was going to give the answers in the afternoon. I remember I was doing it, and I think I stopped doing it because it seemed silly. If you don't have any viewers, why make it that interactive? Or do you make it interactive planning to have viewers? Or do you change the format once you do have viewers? The intent is not to have viewers. I don't know what the intent is. This is a long red light. I can still hear the radio. Speaking of chores, I got on the road a little bit later than I wanted. I actually had plenty of time. Obviously, I packed a lunch and all that stuff, and I still had plenty of time to go, but didn't like the condition of the kitchen, so I had to unload and reload the dishwasher and do some stuff around the house. So no matter what happens in the morning, I always find a way to get on the road later than I would like. Like at this point, it's obvious that I'm intentionally doing it to myself, because if it's early enough, I find things to do around the house before I leave. Like today, like I said, I cleaned the kitchen before I left because I had time. I saw I had a couple of minutes, so of course I engage in something that takes more than a couple of minutes, unloading and reloading the dishwasher and things like that. I know you're not supposed to do this, but in the morning, I'm short on time. Not short on time enough to not unload and reload the dishwasher. But anyway, so we were down the shore this weekend, which means we packed up all our toiletries, took some clothes down there, blah, blah, blah. And we haven't really unpacked yet. So all the toiletries are in the bag. I had to get a shower after my wife had already scooped everything up, so I grabbed a new deodorant out of the closet and a new toothbrush. Didn't have toothpaste, but I keep a container of baking soda in the bathroom for various reasons. Sometimes I add it to toothpaste to get that nice abrasive thing. So anyway, the point is, like, there's no toothpaste currently in the bathroom, and there's probably plenty of toothpaste in the other bathroom in the closet, but being lazy, past 2 days, I've been brushing my teeth with baking soda instead of toothpaste. I know you're not supposed to do that for extended periods of time because it'll wear away at the enamel, but man, does it get your teeth clean. Like, my tongue is so much closer to my teeth than it normally is. It scrapes away. I know brushing your teeth usually gets them clean, but I guess maybe it removes some tartar and things like that. But after you brush your teeth with, if you can stand the taste, I don't mind the taste of baking soda. I also like to chew aspirin. Only when other people are around, though, because it's fun to gross people out. But, yeah, the past couple days. I won't show you because my teeth aren't impressive. Like, I don't have pearly whites to show off. I've had I think it was some vaccine or something. Like, I'm one of the last kids whose mother was on a specific drug that is your teeth, but they're yellow and white and like they've got this mottled color, however you say that. So they're speckled, got speckled teeth. They're not dirty, they're just weird colored. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos on power generally. I like machinist channels, farming channels, like a lot of the off-grid stuff, and TNT, AVE, This Old Tony. Then there's a bunch of Theosis, the Russian chemical guy. Like, there's a lot of chemical channels I like. Nile Red, he's pretty entertaining. Anyway, the point is, like, I go down these rabbit holes of things, and like all these different methods they come up with for storing energy, like the silly one with the crane and the stones, like lifting them up and putting them down as energy. So, like, I call it silly, but it's a good concept. I don't know in practicality how much sense it makes, but I've always wondered, like, I had a similar idea. Like, I've always wondered, can you use like very heavy stones, like let's say you have these stone discs and you have a pole, like a kind of a threaded pole, and by using wind power and a ridiculous amount of gears, or even just human power, like, could you like lift it straight up, but engage the bearings or whatever, so that when it comes down, it follows the thread. So you get rotational power that you could possibly use to generate electricity, and then you get mechanical power out of just the rotation. So you could either way. Like, I'm wondering. I guess I could just run the calculations on it and see if it makes any sense at all. But I always thought that would be a good way to store power, is just raise large pieces of granite well above the ground, and then let them ride a threaded rod down, so you get all that rotational energy. You know, obviously it takes a lot of energy to get it up to the height, but you have to do calculations on like how coarse of a thread that it doesn't need to be, like, wouldn't even be a real thread. It would be like an Acme thread carved into whatever shaft I have it riding on. I imagine it would have to be like some kind of steel shaft. I imagine concrete would collapse. I'm talking about a huge granite disc. It would have to be caged too, so people don't accidentally wander under it and get squished. I'm still cold. So I was wondering what I was going to have for dinner yesterday on the ride home. What I ended up doing was stopping at Giant, buying a bunch of stuff. We ended up having sausage and potatoes for dinner. Mild Italian sausage, like rope sausage. I just cooked up the whole rope and sliced it into pieces. So that's part of what I'm having for lunch today. A section of sausage and a salad and a breakfast bar, milk, orange juice, blah, blah, blah. Point being that today, when I'm riding home, if I'm wondering what I'm going to have for dinner, I don't have to wonder, because I haven't had liver in a really long time, and I bought a pack of beef livers, so I'm going to be making liver for dinner tonight. Yum, yum, yum. I actually do like liver. I think I'm the only one. But it doesn't matter, because I'm the one that's cooking. Just not sure how I'm going to cook it yet. I don't know if I'm going to fry it or bread it, eat it raw right out of the package. I may have to take an aspirin when I get to work. My head is really bothering me. My GPS, it appears to hate me. Like, I think right about here, every time it just stops. Like, it knows I'm going to work, and it gives me directions to work, but I don't follow its directions. So like almost every turn is wrong, and right about here it just gives up entirely, and it just starts showing the map and doesn't tell you how close to work you are. It gave up with 29 minutes to go. 29 minutes to go till I get to work. Is this the second or third video? I started recording like just a couple of blocks later than I normally do. If this is only the second video, I guess that makes sense if I'm about a half an hour away. lights today. I know I was complaining about a long red earlier, but I usually get stopped at that intersection. There's a couple intersections that I usually stop at that I've been able to blow right through. I wonder if they change the timing on the lights or if I'm driving slower or faster. Keep glancing over to see what time it is. It's less than 2 minutes to go on this video. Part of the trying to remember why I didn't record for a couple weeks. I literally wasn't in the mood. I remember a couple of times I thought about it. I know there was an afternoon video that I made, and I think I even said it during the video that I'm not going to make a second or third one today, blah blah blah. I probably won't even post this one, and I didn't. I guess for a couple weeks there, I wasn't in the mood to do it. Not that it takes any energy. What are you doing? Pardon me. I'm sorry. That's right up against 22 minutes, so I'm going to end this one and start video number 3. Have a wonderful day.